Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody's doing great. Hi, James. How are you? Welcome in. Hi, Goose. How's it going? Hydrate. I'm drinking, this morning, I'm drinking a tea that's called Peach Bellini with stone fruit syrup in the bottom. It's weird because it's technically an herbal tea that, I shit you not, is just a bunch of dried fruit chopped into little cubes. Okay, so let me see. I just need to make sure I have everything planned out. Let's see, this goes this way. Coffee. I need to do this particular reflection. And then this one. Okay. All right. I'm going to need to open up one more thing. I'm just waiting on the bus. Hopefully the weather outside is nice. Oh, nice. I start working 10, but I wanted to say hi. I'm glad you could pop in. I'm glad I started stream a little early. That way you can say hello. I have to take Jace to work today because I have to go pick up my passport because we really had to do the most finagly shit in order to get our passport fixed, our passports fixed because the government is governmenting. So as far as the US government is aware, I'm going to Vancouver next week. I'm not. But I gotta go pick up our passports at like 2. So I gotta go take Jace to work, and then I gotta drive over to the US passport office to go and get the passports. Okay, so let me see here. I'm gonna look at my sets, and now I have Diner. Sitting here in the lobby of work thinking about my two characters being in love, just staring into the distance. I can't. It's real though. I wanted to say thank you so much for the attack on my Undertale OC. Oh, I'm so glad I got to work on it. I love Undertale so much. Like, legit, I have a Papyrus sticker on my art tablet right here. Like, Papyrus is love, Papyrus is life. So, I love that I got to do that. Okay, let me see here. So now I gotta get really tricky here. I might need to change the... Oh, God. Oh, I mean, this ain't bad. Let me see here. I had to change this to a 24 millimeter. Okay, let me see. Could be kind of gross looking if I'm not careful. I gotta be really careful. So I used this, like, really wide millimeter lens to grab this face. So I have to, like, really make sure this is cropped correctly, because otherwise this is gonna look like her arms are fucked up. Let me see here. Oofta. That's all I gotta say is just oofta. Okay, so actually I'm gonna just leave this here for a second. It probably will be like this. Yeah, like you can see how distorted the torso is. It's really bad. That has to do with the width of the lens. This is kind of how you create a fisheye lens, actually, is with a wider millimeter lens. And then... Whoops. Stretch! Everybody stretch! My grandpa's planning to set me up a credit card thing, so potentially I can commission you in the future. That's exciting. I do have a vision in mind, but it takes years to start on it. Oh, Gitman Deltarune is not complete yet. I see, I see. Oh my god, I choked on a dust. This is the end. Yeah, that's so awesome. It can be really cool to feel like you have financial freedom. It's really, really important stuff. Sorry, I am, wow, dying. Is this the end? Okay, hold on. Let me put this in the right angle. See, is Bo right or left-handed? I'm pretty sure... Well, I have him eating pie with his left hand, so I guess my boy's left-handed. Bo's left-handed now. It has been decided by the gods. I did not make these rules. I am merely the messenger. Well, now I gotta look at how hands work. Oh, lordy. Let me just see. Oh yeah, this will be fine. Well, yeah, no, this is fine. I got a couple of insert shots here, but I don't think that that's going to be a bad thing. I like how this table is like throw up yellow. It's fine. Not the yeah, I almost died. That was scary. Basically wanting to make a Deltarune variant of him, which would be basically him, but as a glitchy timekeeper thing. That makes sense. I haven't played Deltarune yet because I'm waiting for it to be complete, but it's so cool. Like, I love everything about what Toby Fox does, and it's really, really, really impressive. All right. Go ahead and turn this off. This was insane. Oh, but actually... I actually need to move this down. Believe it or not. I gotta keep going here, because otherwise this is actually going to be problematic. Come on, buddy. Yeah, there we go. Better. All right, let's see. Oh god, it's getting this character done is a little bit like pulling teeth because I haven't messed around with him too much. I downloaded the demo the other day and I'm already terrified of an early game character. Good. No spoilers though. Oh, that's awesome though. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm so stoked. It's gonna be great. Goodbye, Goose. I hope you have a good day at work. Thanks for popping in. It's great seeing you as always. See you later, alligator. Okay, let me see. I have to be able to effectively do what I need to do here. No more silly little thoughts about these two characters. That's a lie. You're like, joke's on you. I'm going to be thinking about this all the time. Well, have fun. I hope that work is not totally unbearable. All right. I gotta just get into the habit of knowing what this character looks like. I'm gonna get the muscle memory down. To be fair, this dude has been only like on like 2 pages so far, so it's really just a matter of like getting this to go. I did look at his info a little bit. I just glanced over it, so I didn't do like an in-depth read. I did see that he likes drinking ketchup. We can blame Sans for all things. How do I want to go about doing this? Like that. Hi, Gamby, how you doing? Welcome in. Actually, no, I was right. Oh, my lord. I'm gonna flip this. We're about to get into a very crispy page here. Let me see here. Flip. Oh my lord. Damn it, Bo. Oh yeah, that's okay. No worries. I understand. The bus is bussin'. Understandable. Okay. Is this my nightmare? Kinda. I do blame Bo for all things. I don't know. This is rough. Oh, Lord. Yes, yeah, this is the same comic. Yeah, I'm only working on one comic at a time, thankfully. Because otherwise, I would get definitely too overwhelmed with stuff. But yes, this is the same comic. Effectively, at this point, Sean is trying to hunt down her dad's murderer, who also happens to have effectively forced her dad to sign over the rights to his like multi-million-dollar company before he murdered her dad. So that ain't great. And so now this dude has full control over her dad's company, and then also on top of that, knows that Sean's mom was witness to the entire thing, and so has effectively forced her into a marriage to shut her up, and effectively is like, yep, I'll seek out your kid and kill your kid if you say anything about what's happening. And so Sean has figured out effectively why she was put up for adoption and what, like, yeah, just what happened overall. So she's gone to the cops to try and see if they can get anything done about it. But the only cop that is willing to help her is this boar demon. So that's also not great. She's going to have to trust somebody who may not be very trustworthy. Because the question is why is he a boar demon and how did he get to this point? I know the answers to this. The audience does not. I'm not a huge fan of this line here. Let me... Okay, Bo. Good God. Alright. The DAS model for, like, larger people, too, is, like, so heckin' bad. I have to, like, go in and really, like, force the model to do what I need it to do, and then I have to go in and do a lot of cleanup, anatomy cleanup afterward, because it's just, like, really, unfortunately bad. It's so bad. Yeah, I'm assuming Wukong is over here eating a pancake. I don't know what he's doing. Bo's got pie. Bo always eats pie. I don't know what kind of pie person he is, though. I don't know if he's got a specific choice of pie. If he's like a French silk kind of a guy. I think that that's probably where that's gonna go. It's either that or it's like cherry pie, like something like really American. I don't know. I love Bo as a character, though. He's wonderful. I realized I made, like, a terrible, terrible pun out of his last name, and it was totally unintentional. Because I picked the last name Pharaoh for him, which used to mean, it was like if you were a pharaoh, you were a person who smelted iron. And, like... Bo in a past life used to be a general and used to be like the guardian of the Milky Way, you know, so he had like this kind of very like prestigious title. So I was like, yeah, like Pharaoh is like, or Pharaoh is such a cool last name for that. But I didn't realize that a pharaoh of pigs is what you call a litter of baby pigs, of piglets. So it's I feel super bad. I was like, this pun was not supposed to be this way, but it's fine. It's fine. So now I get to live with that dark secret for the rest of forever. People who are in animal husbandry will know. Alright, so I need to put, like, all of the props onto the table as well. This particular panel is going to take about 1,000,000 years just because it's one of those things where unfortunately there's a lot of background work. Every time I do exteriors I use like photographs because it's got some cool stylistic stuff to it that I really like, but interiors are always hand drawn because they require a little bit more nuance. But that means that, unfortunately, I have to do a bunch of really crazy shit in here, which is not necessarily, like, the most exciting. So, alas. Last time was spent effectively making the set for the interior of this thing, and it was a lot. I heard that JMC or JCMs can fix that. I've never used that. I know for what's really frustrating for me is I was able to find a really nice morph for women for big girls, which was great. It's got like so many really, really good like smoothing properties to it and different body types that you can use. So it's enabled me to smooth Sean's body out a little bit so that I can use, which is wonderful. But for men, like they just like, I feel like the good variety of bodies for male models on Daz is just like awful. And then I do also constantly think about how Daz doesn't like effectively doesn't have old people and are like also really lacking on the children. They have really scary kids. They always put Spotify always puts Atari music on the Journey to the West playlist, and I don't know why this ends up happening to me. Also, I'm so lazy. I don't ever draw. There we go. I'm just gonna grab this thing and just kind of... Shh. I'm so lazy. I'll just go in and clean it up a little bit so that way there's not any like weird bullshit going on here. But yeah, I really do like the neck around like Bo's neck in particular is so bad. It's like the breakage that happens and weird like bulging and stuff that happens is just like atrocious. It's just really, really bad. And then also too around the arms. I mean, you can see it even on this model as I'm like, and whatever this is going on in the abdomen. Like it's just, it's so bad. Super bad. But that's okay. That's why we go and draw and fix it. Hello? There we go. Let's see. I'm actually gonna do not that way, but this way. And then it's a belt, and then I'll go like this. Nice. I actually don't like that line too much. There we go. I just want him to function, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so then I'll worry about the accessories on the table, like the props and stuff later. So now... this is good. And then get rid of that. I gotta make sure that I get rid of this. And then also too... I love his Elvis hair. He's so weird. He actually looks great though, I should say. I will say... he knows. He knows what he's done. I'm gonna also just give some of this. There you go. And then the hand I don't have to worry about. So, alright, I'm gonna leave that alone. Wukong has a stupid hat. Makes him do things, makes him sad. He's fine. Definitely fine. I don't like that line. No, that's fine. That's also fine. Let's see. He had his jacket on. I have to like remember what in the butt was going on. I'm like, what were you even wearing? Yeah, nice. Okay, so now... pretty sure this one also does not belong on this playlist either. Get out of here. Actually, I hate that. Well, it's not that I hate that, it's that I hate this. Partially, I hate this. But I hated the other line more. There we go, better. Okay. This is fine. Oh no, my dice. My dice tray is... I should just hot glue this thing back down. I don't know why I'm like this. I have like this dice tray that's like low-key broken, and every time I grab it, it ejects all the dice everywhere, and I could very easily just fix this by just hot gluing the thing back down. But every time I just grab it, and instead it explodes everywhere. And I could just make decisions. And now I have to, like, put everything back together. Hold on. I'm getting there. I have all my dice organized by character, theme, and color, because I'm that kind of a guy. Alright, there we go. Everything's better. All fine. Everything's good. Alright. I'm not super worried about finishing this page today, but I have to make a hiatus announcement probably because it's just going to take me a while to produce these pages here. If I had a more consistent following, I probably would have a like stricter deadline and posting schedule, but I am lazy. I am relatively consistent, but not like uber consistent between chapters. It's really where it gets kind of icky. I gotta try and figure out what kind of chairs or whatever I want to put here. Because I'm super lazy and I need to pick something that's not like super complicated, but knowing me. Sure. I'm gonna do a new layer here. Hello? Sure. Hi, Cal. How's it going? Welcome in. Goose had to go. Goose went to work. It was very sad. I am so sorry you have been abused and beat up by work. That's never cool. Matching these curves is probably the hardest part about drawing these stupid tails. Damn it, Wukong. Get a little chicken nugget. Okay. Okay. Boink. Ah, you picked up a different energy drink today. Is it not a Rockstar, or is it merely a new flavor? I am uber tired, you can tell. I didn't sleep super good last night, but I knew this was going to happen too. I was going to come back from Greece, and then it was going to be like, oh, actually, being in the US is so stressful that I just don't sleep. Not a rock star. What a time to be alive. Crazy. Matena, the raspberry yuzu flavor. I have never seen that brand in my life. I don't know her. Let's see, is Sean's hair technically on the other side? What? It smells unusual. That's not good. Uh-oh. 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 Bad energy. Bad energy. In more ways than one. I'm sorry that happened to you. It sounds like it was maybe one of those all-natural health drink versions of energy drinks that are just not good. I'm going to turn Wukong off because we're going to probably end up having him behind her. No! I'm sorry that that happened to you. I have my Alani in the fridge. I might go and get that. I don't know, anything is a possibility. Oh, it's caffeinated yerba mate. Oh! Well, one, yerba mate is naturally caffeinated. So if you drink that shit, it will wake your ass up. But if they added extra caffeine, then that is wild. And that will then be like probably just injecting crack cocaine directly into your veins. It's like eating a fistful of speed. I don't know why you'd do that to yourself. Or to anyone, really. No, this is another instance where the model just gets, like, ultra messed up from just existing. I love yerba mate, but it definitely tastes like tea. I don't know, I don't think I've ever seen, like, an energy drink made out of yerba mate. I just see, like, mate itself. I used to effectively live off of mates. And it was the only thing that kept me alive. Oh, my neck is super sore. Oh, yeah, it's just a yerba mate brand. Or no, oh, no, wait, no, it's not. I see. Yeah, so no, I think that that's just a standard yerba mate tea is what it looks like. So definitely not an energy drink, just yerba mate. It's a type, technically, I think it's considered an herbal tea. I have this tea from Adagio that they call reindeer fuel, and it's a Christmas special one that they did. That's a yerba mate. It has a very specific, like, grassy taste to it. But if you put a lot of sweetener in it, it can be pretty good. But yeah, if you're looking for, like, a standard, like, energy drink style drink, that is definitely not it. And I think it also has about half the caffeine of a regular energy drink as well, if I had to guess. Half or less, just under. Oh, see, so they're doing weird shit with it. I don't like that. Yeah, because I've only just had, like, straight, like, if you, like, for example, were to just standard cold brew yerba mate iced tea, like you would, like, if you just take a tea bag and just put it in the fridge for a long time. That's like the only kind of yerba mate that I've had. Or I've also had hot yerba mate as well with the like reindeer fuel. And that is fine. I don't think I've ever had it with sparkling water. That's weird. That's suspicious. That's weird. That's all I gotta say. It's just, that's fucked up. That sounds... Yeah, that sounds... not like the ideal scenario there. That is a big oof. If you can find the other brands of yerba mate that I know are good, Yerba Madre is the brand that I love. They come in these yellow cans. It's also called like Guayaki is like the, I think the label, but yeah, yellow can. If you guys have this shit's delicious. It's so good. And then also too, mate, when you brew it traditionally, they have these really cool mate cups. And I love that. They're very cool. That was a fucking straight line. Man, that's the straightest I've ever been. Caffeine comes from the mate, and then they added sparkling water with raspberry and yuzu. So what you're telling me is that they watered it down and then didn't sweeten it because they're evil. That sounds... That is what I can only describe as an experience. And maybe not in a fun way. All right. Look at them. Look at them go. It's lies and hate. That's intense. All right, so now I get to scream and draw this whole background here. So Oh, God. Yo, oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, let me see. I gotta try and figure out how I want to do this. At least it was under $2, and I can now avoid it like the plague. Yeah, yup. I've had that happen. Alright. So now let's scream. Become pressing. Pen on paper, doing it right now instead of later. Watch the blowout from the bleachers to keep it in the meter. Ah, welcome to the other side. Hello from the other. How often am I gonna do that before the joke gets old? That's the question, isn't it? The bombs become pressing. Dead. Put pen on paper. Put it right now instead of later. Keep feeding the meter. Alright, I gotta do the classic, what I would call like Denny's burger plate, where they have the weird scoop of butter on the thing. Also, everybody hydrate, though. I'm almost through my first cup of tea. Okay, I need my reference for my bacon. Let's see, I got my panny cake, so hold on, I'm gonna need... This is just kind of proof, I think, that Wukong does not stick to a specific diet. I feel like people are like, well, what does he eat? And it's like, yes. Everything. He does not stick to a Buddhist diet. He probably never stuck to a Buddhist diet. And if you tried to make him do that, he would bite you. Look at how many eggs that is. That's a lot of eggs. Okay, so let me see. I gotta kind of layer up this pancakey here. Pancake. pancake. And then I got another pancake underneath it. It's a lot of food. And then we gotta have also the little dollop of butter. The hilariously symmetrical and weirdly circular ice cream scoop amount of butter, because that's a shitload of butter. And he likes coffee. I know he likes coffee. So I don't know if he is drinking coffee. I'm gonna just do a pretty standard looking mug. Because that's fine. Oh yeah, yerba mate tends to be kind of on the savory side. I think that what you might be tasting is the herbal. And depending on what it's brewed with, it's really, really good. But if you don't brew it right, it's nasty. Okay, and then Sean doesn't have anything but a cup of coffee. This is definitely the kind of place where you know that they have like the really cheap mugs and stuff, because like if anybody chucks a mug on the ground, it just breaks and then they just replace it with another one. This is like a Waffle House situation. It's like an upscale Waffle House. People fight to the death in here. That's what they do. Because, you know, why not? What else are you gonna do, you know? I do like the wide mugs, though. They're kind of fun. I'm not going to do anything fancy with these tables. Oh, I forgot that this is not straight up and down either. This is like partially skewed at an angle. That's okay. And low. I love doing all these interiors, but also, good lord. You know, just lord. I love three-point perspective and everything, but Hello? I need you to not. Thank you. Ugh. Fucking backgrounds. And, like, I only really need them for, like, really nice establishing shots, but I want the establishing shots to be nice. I need, like, a little menu or something. You know, they always have, like, the little, like... I'll put it over here, like... The little, like... menu thing that's like, try our specials! And it's like, it's always something like Unlimited Waffle Wednesday or some shit. Oh no. Unlimited Waffle Wednesday. All the waffles you can eat on a Wednesday. I have, I think, what I would consider less than a shoestring budget. I'm not getting paid for this at all. Because I haven't reached the number of subscribers on, like, Tapas to even reach monetization. So I'm just doing this because this is it. This is all that I got. Oh yeah, I guess I should probably have like a salt and pepper shaker or something here too. Yeah, the shoestring is invisible. That's the budget. Actually, you know what? I have the power to do this. I'm like, why am I drawing this twice when I could just be like, here's another one. But this one has to have less dots because, fun fact, the pepper shaker only has 3 dots. Alright, so now, let me see. Yeah, because if I was, like, getting monetized for this, I would definitely have, one, a more consistent posting schedule. So, like, there wouldn't really be, I don't think, like, hiatuses between chapters or anything. Like, I'd be able to actually, put this out, like, clockwork. You know, it would not really have, like, barring any emergencies or anything. Oh, speaking of getting paid to do stuff, I did not get the packaging job, which is super fucking disappointing. I just don't even know why this keeps happening to me. Where I have, like, I am, like, way qualified for the job, and then they just, like, don't want to deal. I just don't get it. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this thing. It actually might be that I'm gonna actually do this different. Because this one can go up against the wall. It's like not a big deal. Yeah, so that would have been really nice to be able to actually have, you know, extra income. But the universe seems pretty content on making it to where it's like, well, you have just enough income effectively to breathe and pay your bills, and then nothing else. So if any emergencies happen, you're kind of screwed. Because they, quote, pick a candidate that's more qualified, end quote. That's pretty much always the reason, is that they go with another candidate. So in other words, they didn't like my, like, I don't know, I made it to the interview, but then somebody else was, like, even more qualified. I don't know. But they oftentimes don't have to tell you. Oh, salt and pepper shaker thing. Oh no, you're good. No, it's a, yeah, it's an interesting place to be in. But yeah, you're right though. Nobody fucking. Oh, do you know the reason? Oh, I do know the reason why salt and pepper shakers have different numbers of dots. It's because salt, you can shake, and not very much will come out because the salt, like, flakes are kind of big. But pepper, if you shake too much, like, nobody wants to accidentally dump a shitload of pepper onto their stuff. And so it prevents a, like, literal metric fuck ton of pepper from falling out onto your food, which is also very good. It's jolly good. Nobody likes, like, everybody likes a little bit of seasoning, but nobody wants to be like, oops, I accidentally seasoned my whole thing. And not in a fun way. Now it's just like, now I feel gross. Now it's nasty. I'm gonna have these be like ultra plush, like, seats here. Bo has good taste in diner. Okay, let's see. Yeah, nobody wants to do the dump. But yeah, I don't know. I want to karate chop the Grunz people in the head. I think the competition is just, like, really, really bad. Especially here in the States, where it's like, you never know how many people are, like, interviewing at the same time as you. And so it's just like, you could think that you have the job in the bag, and then it's like, nope, there's always somebody else. Like, there's always somebody else with more experience, with more, like, qualifications, with like, something that's, like, better. And it's guaranteed that because I don't have any other editorial jobs on my resume, and this would have been my first one, and they wanted to go with somebody who, for sure, was, like, in the field, like graphic design or something. Like, they ended up being a graphic designer and not an illustrator or an editor. Or it was because I was too qualified, and they were like, well, we don't want to pay somebody who has, like, a master's degree to do this, like, basic task. So we're going to go with somebody who is less qualified, so that way we don't have to, like, pay them a shitload. Etc., etc. Some weird shit. Thankfully, I have some other job stuff that's, like, picking up, and with the, like, website contract that I just landed, I have enough to be able to, actually just ride me until Jason and I, like, leave for New Zealand. So, it's not, like, an emergency, but, like, it would just be nice to actually, like, get a job and be like, yeah, I'm, like, good enough. I did it. You know, good enough to work for somebody else. Like, it's kind of crazy. I don't know. Like, the last time that I did an interview and got a job was over a decade ago. You're pretty damn good as you are. It's just weird. Being an adult is awful. Would not recommend. Like, I even applied for Michael's and didn't hear back. And then our government is like, why is everybody homeless? And I'm like, well, this is probably part of it. Oh yeah, the craft store. Yeah, I didn't even get an interview for them. I also applied to Gyrie's, which is a very similar store, but it just happens to be local. It's they're owned by a local owner instead. But yes, yeah, 2 craft stores, and I didn't even get an interview for that. And then, of course, the library, too. I'm going to see if my application's still under review. Let's find out. Oh yeah, no, I saw a lady, or the poor clerk. I didn't drop off a resume. Most stores don't do that anymore. You apply online. They do not take physical resumes anymore. No, I was actually going in and making a purchase myself on the same day that I applied, and yeah, there was a customer in there just absolutely fucking going crazy at the register worker. It was insane. She was so pissed. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you're gonna need to go home and, like, fucking do some deep breathing exercises or some shit, because clearly you need to calm down. Like, holy fuck. My library application is still under review. So by the time they get around to it, I'll probably be in New Zealand. What was she yelling about? She was pissed off because the self-checkout machine was out of receipt paper. So it didn't print her a receipt. And then instead of alerting the clerk about it and saying, hey, this thing is out of receipt paper, she very hastily clicked through about 4 menus, one of which I'm assuming was a menu that was like, hey, we're out of receipt paper. Would you like to email a receipt instead? Because that is an option. She clicked through that and then said, no, I don't want a receipt. And then got upset because she had made a mistake and was like, well, what if I need to return something? And then proceeded to flip her shit about not being able to get a receipt. And then the clerk was trying to explain that they take returns at Michael's even without a receipt. Like, it does not matter. You could bring in an item as long as, like, they have the SKU in their system. They'll take a return for it. They don't even care if it came from another store. Like, doesn't matter. And they were trying to explain that to her, and she was just freaking out. And then there was this other girl at another register, and both of them were just like, fucking, what? What? She was like, I'm never shopping here again. And I, like, legit wanted to be like, yeah, so, okay, so that's fine. Go shop at Hobby Lobby. It's literally 5 minutes from here. You could go do anything else. You could go. You don't have to be here. No one is making you shop at Michael's. You chose this for yourself. So, yeah, I did, long story short, I did not hear back from Michael's. Which is, you know, probably for the best. Because you know, it is money, but I'd be miserable. I would much rather work at the library, even though it's, like, a tricky, you know, situation to be able to try and figure out the car, but, like, the library is definitely significantly better. Yeah, I really felt like that's what happened to those employees, though. I was like, man, and y'all can't go home. Like, I would have quit after that. I would have been like, you know what? Lady can fucking check herself out. Well, and then people get mad at employees for being like, please use the self-checkout. There's a self-checkout available. Are you using cash or card? Please use the self-checkout. And they're like, well, why am I doing the self-checkout if you're right there? And it's like, because I don't want to deal with your stupid ass. That's why. Like, I'm not going to say this to your face, but, like, legitimately, if I have to fucking look at you for 15 seconds longer because we're understaffed and I have to go and, like, literally pick up a bunch of random shit off the floor, like, including probably, like, bodily excrement, because that happens in retail stores all the time to a surprising degree. And in restaurants, you never know. Especially in stores that cater to the elderly. It's like, we're not the Palace of Versailles. You can't just poop in the hallway. I'm serious. It's a nightmare here. I love how Wukong and Sean look like literal children next to Bo. And it's not that they are small, it's that he is fucking enormous. He's huge. Yeah, no, I just walk out. And then if your manager asks you what happened, it's like, I'm not here to be treated like somebody's fucking punching bag. Like, you can't make me. Literally fight me on it, like... And it's just tough because it's like, I already did my fair share of like retail work and stuff. And I want to be helpful, you know, I want to be, you want to work in an environment where it's like, yeah, you know, everybody is very happy to assist, etc., etc., but it's like, it's impossible to do so when the customers won't treat you like you're a human. So that's why Gyries is my first choice, because nobody really ever comes in there. You know, it's like, it's kind of like one of those places where it's like nobody really knows it exists, and they're gonna go and pick like Michael's first over Gyries, and it's like, ah, cool. Like, you guys think that this place is like a wall paint store, like it's a home improvement store, but you don't know that it is not that. I recognize that this is not like the best, but I'm not super upset about it. And actually, I don't like how far away all of this is from the... Hold on. There's a perspective issue here, actually. That's better. No, really what I need to do is this. There we go, better. I'm gonna worry about this in just a little bit. Today is gonna be the day of just fucking working on this one panel, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Actually, I'm gonna use this again. Let me see here. Actually, I feel like... I'd rather have this. This is the worst. Awuka, true. I don't know what's going on. There's one thing that I trust when it comes to Bo, and that's his choice in food. You know what? Yeah, you're right though. He actually he loves food. He loves to eat, almost to the extent, unfortunately, where if we're in his case, it is a food addiction. That's what I would call that. That's actually something that I talk a lot about in this comic, is food addiction, which is something that is kind of difficult for people to wrap their heads around in some instances. Like, it's not a very common addiction. But Bo definitely is the king of coping with food, so... I'm a human doing this job, you are a human getting things from my job. Why are we fighting? Yes, I would love to see the cursed tea. Show me that tea. Oh. Why is it cursed? I actually think I had that tea on the Air Canada flight. If that's the same tea that I had. Let me see. What tea do they serve Air Canada? Oh, nope. The brand is Dilmah, not King Cole. Never mind. But yeah, why a curse? Why are you scared of the tea? What happened to you? What's happening? This perspective on this bench is really... It's doing what I call the most. Okay, so now... Let's see, so this is where the thing is. Yeah, Bo is, he loves American food the most. Like, if you ask him what his favorite food is, or type of food, he's gonna say American food. But that tends to be a wide variety of stuff, so he's a huge fan of, like, diner food. He also likes, traditional, like, American Southern food. So, like, you know... fried chicken and like soul food, that kind of stuff. And then he's also a huge fan of steakhouses. But whenever he's doing business, he needs a cup of coffee and a piece of pie. It's a very temperamental black tea. Oh, the instructions are wrong. How wild. I do like that it has the loose leaf inside the bag, though. That's kind of cool. Speaking of that, I am finally done with my hot leaf juice. Okay, so let's see. If he's like 6 foot... What? Oh, he's only like 6'1". Joke's on you, I just hydrated. I actually just finished up my cup of tea. To be honest, I was like, why did they put another, like, why is the bench that long? But to be honest, I think that it would be a situation of, like, you could put another booth there or a high chair for babies. It makes sense. Yeah, I do like Orange Pico, though. It's such a great tea. Okay, let me see here. This is where the perspective gets wily. This is why I love using these experimental lens types, but I need to be really careful with what they look like. And how that can happen. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. And now I'm gonna just, I guess, kind of eyeball this. That looks accurate. But I'm gonna have to go like this if I want it to be shorter. Could be worse. This is fine. I love that Bo gets to be in this panel now. I'm so stoked. I'm glad that he gets to be on the page. I'm just so excited for, like, all of the future, like, character development and stuff that will happen for him, and it's gonna be very cool. Okay, so now I gotta do this dumb stuff. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. I'm just kind of eyeballing this here. God, perspective is the devil. Actually, I think that's wrong. So what I need is I need to go like this, and then I need to bring it back just a little bit. Oh, the perspective is super weird, but it's what it is. Because then there's another one. And then that goes like that. And then we're going to rotate it back just a little bit. Oh, perspective. Yeah, Pico is not as popular here, which is very weird. I love Orange Pico though. It's like, it's so good. Or sorry, other direction. Help. Oh, this is awful. Yeah, not Assam. Or no, maybe it is Assam. Yeah, Assam is the go-to black tea. It's an Indian black. Yep. But I prefer Pico, I would say. I like the robustness, and then also too the kind of like mapley quality to it. If that makes sense. Why is this is this an automaton? This sounds like an automaton. If that man made a song out of like a legitimate song out of an automaton, I'm gonna throw up. That's so stupid. And really funny to me. Actually. Ugh. This is awful. Alright. Holy Lord. Oh yeah, that is definitely an automaton. There is no doubt in my mind. I've never heard somebody use it for cereal inside a piece of music before. What even? That's so funny. What? Yes, molasses. Yes. Yeah, yes. There's like a planty sweetness. Yes. That's maybe the work that I was looking for. No, I love that. Yeah, you're so right though. Yeah, and I think Assam is significantly more smoky. Like it's good. It's good for certain things. I think Assam is like the base for Earl Grey, which is nice, but it's not the same. I feel like Pico is very drinkable by itself without any sugar or cream, but I don't think Assam stands as well on its own without a sweetener. I do like Ceylon though. I don't mind Ceylon at all. That's actually probably, it would be my go-to. Over Assam for sure, but Pico for me ranks number one. Family kid, 10 million says. Phew, goodness, sorry. Allergies today are really bad. Phew, why? Ah, goodness. Okay, hold on. Sorry, hold on. Okay. Hooray! I'm not dying anymore. Only kind of, anyway. Oh, this background. Alright. I'm fine. Everything is chill. I am suffering. Gosh, wow, yeah, allergies are bad. Let's see. Okay, so probably I'm gonna have to end up doing some funky stuff to this. Wow, holy moly. My nose is like, I'm pretty sure a dust flew up you, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine. And my nose is like, no, it's not. Okay, this is fine. Oh my god, please. Okay, this is fine. Okay, so let's put together this window. Oops, not that. Please, I need just a little bit of rotation, thank you. Okay. This is slowly working. Slowly but surely. And then this is actually, this is the window, or the brick. So this actually goes like this. And then I'm actually going down like this. I'll go like this. Okay, so then this is gonna go up like that because that's brick. Well, but there's something going on here. Hold on. And I think it's this. Yes. Time to feed the Snorlax. Oh, let me make sure that this is the correct. This perspective is just looking fucked up over here. It's like really bad. Alright, hold on. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. Because it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just got to be passable. I just don't want somebody looking at this page and then going, oh god. Ugh, gross. Okay, so now I need to create the frames of the windows. Oh, there's so much geometry here. This is what I get for wanting something nice. I could have had just a plain wall here, but it seemed like a disservice to the space, if that makes sense. I want this environment to feel like filled out. People are going to be like, why is the comic delayed? And I'm going to be like, this one panel, actually. Believe it or not. Literally this diner panel from hell. God, I wish that Wacom would actually function. That'd be really cool. Slowly but surely. Okay. Oh, I realize actually. I am a fool. This is going to be slightly inaccurate, but that's okay. Okay, great. Now, I still feel like I'm going to just kind of eyeball that. Yeah, that's better. Okay, this is gross. It's like, what'd you do on stream? Cried? Cried and threw up while I worked on these fucking windows? Literally, I feel like myself aging slowly while I'm working on this. Right, and I think about that, and then shout out to that person who's like, I want to pay somebody $3 an hour to illustrate a children's book. And I'm like, yes, because definitely that's going to go really well for you. Yeah, I'm not going to color the rest of... I was going to put some signage and stuff up above the window, but I don't think that that's going to happen. Oh, actually, truly, I think I'm crazy. Yes, I am. I don't need these lines at all. Plot twist. Which is great, because that eliminates a tangent around his head, which is really good for me, actually. Okay, but I am gonna need that. Almost there. Please, for the love of all things good. Okay, is it perfect? Absolutely not. Is anybody gonna care? Probably not. Good God. Ugh, that's the worst. Okay. Well, that was awful. Good mercy. Oops. All right. 1 second. Okay. Good mercy. Actually, this goes like this and like this. So thankfully I don't have to like draw it again. I want to go put my butt on these oversized square stools. It feels right. Okay. I am slowly trying to process what I'm supposed to be doing with this page. Oh, this is Ori and the Blind Forest. I was like, this is a very pretty track. I was like, what game and/or anime is this from? And the answer is Ori. You know what? I'm not even gonna include this over here. I'm so lazy. I don't need to follow up that final thing. No one can make me. Fight me. Okay, I'm not even gonna do any more detail on this because I think that overall we're probably in a solid spot. Quick, get the tiles in! Okay, that works. Look at that! Ah! Alright. Wow, that was a nightmare. Wow. Cool, I'm officially going to be talking at a library. This is cool. Alright. Let's get this going here. Alright, this is going to be the most sagely consumption of a pancake that's ever happened. He's curating. He is tasting the rainbow right now. That's what's happening to him as he's eating this pancake. Oh, Wukong's tasting the rainbow. Look at him. Be the rainbow, taste the rainbow. Look at him. He's fucking in bliss. This is the best pancake he's ever had in his whole fucking life. I guess to be fair, actually, the context for this truly is that that Wukong has literally not eaten anything outside of the Trippy Taco for the last, like, good couple of decades, probably. He is truly living his best life. He's having a moment. So I learned today that there is a, like, I knew about Lafufus, like the illegal versions of Labubus, where they're like knockoff Labubus. I knew about that already, but I didn't realize that, like, the Chinese authorities take knockoff Labubus super fucking seriously, and they get super upset with people who are producing Labubus illegally. Because it's like an infringement on a designer's IP, but they also apparently are very upset with the fact that, like, China is kind of like, they have this reputation for being, like, quote, the land of knockoffs, if that makes sense, where it's like, if you want cheap ass shit, you go to China and get it made, which is not true really at all. Like, China is responsible for manufacturing a lot of our, like, high quality electronics and, like, a bunch of other stuff, obviously. So they get really sick of people being like, yeah, China is where you get all the knockoff shit built. And so, like, if people are building knockoff Labubus, they're fucking upset about it. I'm gonna actually do a super silly mouth here, methinks. Yep. 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 This is such a Rolo song, but I love this song so much, though. So, point being, though, is apparently people make a shitload off of selling Lafufus. And it does suck because ultimately, like, it comes down to, like, people having their, like, IP stolen. And then also Lafufus look like shit, too, 9 times out of 10. Like, they don't look good. I see you screaming, but there ain't nobody at all. I have not listened to these guys, like, entire album. Oh my god, what is this? This fucking... I'm so sorry, this panel. Oh, fuck. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Right hand, left hand, and all your diamonds. Screaming up the wall. I see you screaming, but there ain't nobody at all. I love the way that these guys sound I am not irrelevant. So I'm taking your wallet. I'm taking. I need to buy Z Machine tickets. This is not Z Machine, but it reminds me that I need to do that so that way I can figure that out. Let me see if I can get a hold of Jace really fast here. Okay. So slow. Nobody's at home. Whee! Okay, hold on. We're gonna go on a journey, and I'm actually gonna go and listen. I wanna go and listen to these guys. Okay, so this is, and who is Marquis Jordan? Okay, I want to try Onyx first. We're gonna go listen to his shit. Uh-oh, I'm already gonna tell it I'm gonna love his shit. He's baby small. Oh, bitch, he's from Colorado. That's dope. Because this is like such a Leon sound. This is the best panel that I've drawn in this entire comic. I'm so sorry. I ain't even mad. Oh my god. Wow. I never want to draw anything ever again. This is it. The comic's done now. It's Wukong eating these pancakes. Oh, that reminds me. You know what? I thought I was done with the other panel, but you want to know what? I'm not, because you want to know why? I need to draw more pie. Ugh. Ugh, annoying. I mean, technically, like, pie plates are, like, smaller than regular plates, but I'm not super worried about it, to be honest. Alright. Hold on. I need to decide what random pie flavor this man is eating. Here we go. They have a wheel for that. It is... not... oh, mixed berry. Mixed berry. Mixed berry pie. Look at that shit. Drink fluids. Do not die. I'm actually out of tea now. Now I'm gonna cry. Okay, so it doesn't really matter what the inside of this thing looks like. Yeah, wow, this guy's sound is so unique. Holy shit. His voice is so beautiful. Wowee. Queens just do it different. The gays slay. They just... This is the secret. They just function different. I'm sorry. We're on a different level. Okay, that's some nice pie. Well, that was a lot of references all in one. Clever lyrics. Oh my god, my fork. I'm about to make the world's worst fork here. Look at that fork. Oh, that's like a baby fork. Hold on, I need a bigger fork. I like my fork. That's okay. Stab Sean in the head. And then I need his notebook. And then... This is, it looks like the Blue's Clues notebook. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You want to know what's another thing that I actually high-key kind of hate drawing? It's pens. I feel like whoever designed pens, they've got like such a weird shape that like... I don't know, man. Okay, that's a good enough pen. Oh, but it's too tiny. Hold on. Baby notebook, but not baby pen. Bo needs a large man pen for his large man hand. Oh my god. We're fine. Yeah, I don't know. I think they're weird shaped. Oh, and of course now... Oh, are we okay? Oh, thank God. I was like, am I going to have to close Photoshop now right before it's time for me to end? Yeah, they're funky shaped. I don't know. They're alright. There we go. Look at his little face. This guy describes his own music as sinister pop. And to be honest, I agree. Okay, but I need to like... Yeah, me and Forks too aren't friends. I think his sound and his voice has definitely matured over time, this guy, because, like, I think this is an older piece, if I had to guess. Oh, no, this is the new one. Interesting. Oh, this is the demo version. I see. So this is the one that's not mixed. Yeah, I can tell that his voice is a little raw here. This man has not released a single full album, which makes me so sad. Because I hope at some point he gets there because he fucking deserves it. Interesting. I love that they wanted to release the demo version of their song, though. That's pretty cool. What does a fork from the side even look like? What even? Oh, exactly as you'd expect. Exactly what I drew. Wow, I hate that. Okay. What a time to be alive. I gotta go to the post, or not the post office, the passport office again. And go pick up our passports. I don't know if... Jace is gonna need his ID to pick up the passports. I don't know. I don't know how any of that shit works. I just want to get my correct passport so that I can kick Donald Trump directly in the teeth. That's all that I want. That's all that I need. Oh, a bot. Look at that. Hey, buddy. Get the fuck out of here. I love how, ironically, that particular bot was called Financial Bomb. And I'm like, yeah, that's what'll happen to you if you fucking pay it money or some shit. I'm definitely very glad that I was able to have the resources of people who are... They figured out a very quick way for people to get their passports fixed, so that way I can get it corrected without worrying about the government taking my passport. So... I just can't even believe that I even had to deal with it. I'm just so done. And my poor mom keeps like freaking out. She's like, how am I gonna come see you? And I'm like, mother, we will buy you a plane ticket. I just don't. I feel bad. Like, I don't want to move. But I don't, there's like not really any other option for us. Yeah, it's just starting to get to the point where it's like, oh, it's like actually like really, really bad. Not like it wasn't bad before, but now it's like extra bad. It's starting to become all panic and no disco. And who knows, maybe like it'll be a situation where things will get better and then we'll come back, and maybe it won't. He loves those pancakeys. He loves these pancakes. Okay, wait, actually I don't need to draw that. No, we're good. And then I'm actually going to draw these after. I wish that I had these pancakes, like... Okay, let me just fix this line art a little bit here and make sure that it's all good, and then I gotta go take Jace to work. And then go to the passport office again. Oh, wow. That's surprising that he was making EDM first. Because is this his oldest piece? No. That's interesting. I was not expecting heavy dub from this man. I was like, oh, is this another playlist? No, it's not. This is still the same dude's work. Totally different. Totally different. Crazy. Alright. Now I'm gonna go in with a larger heart so that I can actually see it. Good. Wow. Oh my god, wow. Okay, well, on that note, I gotta go. I gotta go do official business. The official business or some shit. I'm gonna go ahead and come back tomorrow to do my, like, a regular stream tomorrow. I'm probably gonna draw fan art, I think. So, I will see you all tomorrow for either fan art or portfolio work. It depends. Otherwise, this panel was a nightmare. Nightmare. But it's done now. We're free of the curse. So, thanks for hanging out and being cool. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.